What's up with the squad? Back with another video. I see in the title what's going down. Make sure y'all hit that like button, subscribe button for me. Please, y'all see it in the title. Let's get in the video.
Elect about this extraordinary moment in time. He is taking office against the backdrop of a country that is so sharply divided, and when he has yet to concede the 2020 election, which he lost. Sir, I don't have to tell you this because you've talked about it. It comes at a...
They stay throwing shots at Trump. Like, it doesn't matter. They stay throwing shots at him. Last thing she said, that's crazy.
When the country is deeply divided, and now you're going to be leading this country for the next 4 years. For the sake of unifying this country, will you concede the 2020 election and turn the page on that chapter?
No. No. Why would I do that? But let me just tell you, when you say the country is deeply divided, I'm not the president.
Exactly.
Don't. Joe Biden's the president.
But you're going to be the president.
No. I'm not the president. So when you
that's what they tend to do. I don't want to lose. I don't want to lose my thought. I'm gonna let the rest of some of this video play. But what I do have to say about that is that they love doing that. Basically putting everything on him like everything's Trump's fault. It's been Biden and Harris. Obviously, everybody's been saying that, but they make it out to be, and they put it out, to others that everything's Trump's fault, and that's crazy.
It's deeply divided, I agree. But Biden's the president, I'm not.
Exactly.
And he has been a divider. And you know where he divided it more than anything else, and it probably backfired on him, I think definitely, is weaponization. When he weaponized the Justice Department and he went after his political opponent, me. He went after his political opponent violently because he knew he couldn't beat him. And I think it really was a bad thing, and it really divided our country.
Sir, Democrats have control of the White House now. They didn't in 2020. If they are going around stealing elections, why
when you
didn't
say
they do it
Democrats
this
have
time?
control now
Of the White House.
Yeah.
So why didn't they steal this election? Since they have more power now.
Because I think it was too big to rig.
Exactly.
So you
see that long pause right there? Check this out. Look at this.
Since they have more power now.
Because I think it was too big to rig.
See how quiet it got? It got that quiet because that's what everybody that's against, Trump and want to say this and say that. Once somebody says something factual, it's silence. Complete silence. And she went in complete silent mode because it was. I feel like if I feel like, maybe I don't want to say, the wrong thing, but I feel like, me personally, my opinion, social media helped a lot. It helped a lot, meaning by a lot of, these independent journalists, a lot of these YouTubers and TikTokers and, people on X that spread information, facts, real information. I feel like it helped out a lot to give out the truth because you have, the mainstream media putting out, fake news, BS. You have The View putting out, and I feel like when you have other people that spread in knowledge, spread in facts to others that really don't know what was going on, I feel like it really helped a lot. And this is my opinion. I really feel like social media helped a lot. I feel like YouTube, TikTok. I know a lot of people don't like TikTok, but TikTok, X, sending out, different videos of these YouTubers saying this and saying that, and, the facts. And I feel like Kamala did it to herself as well, with Tim Walz. I feel like that was a really bad mistake, picking Tim Walz. Kamala also, messed up a lot of things, herself. So I feel like a lot of people seen it, and a lot of people just, went for Trump.
So you won't...
Too big to rig.
To the people who say that you're now directing your Justice Department to investigate 2020, and they want to move on.
Very capable.
Is that
I think
a
Pam
good
is going to be
use of
great.
Precious resources.
By the way,
is that what you want them to do?
Just so you know, I have the right to do that, but I'm not interested in that.
Oh, you're not. You're not going to do that.
I'm not interested.
Okay.
I have the absolute right. I'm the chief law enforcement officer. You do know that. I'm the president. But I'm not interested in that. You know what I'm interested in? Drilling and getting prices down and stopping people from pouring into our border that come from prisons and mental institutions.
Exactly.
One of the things that made this campaign unprecedented and extraordinary were the horrific attempts against your life. 2 assassination attempts.
Yeah.
Do you feel safe going into the White House
I
for
do.
the next 4 years? Why?
I have confidence in Secret Service. I know the people. I got to know a lot of them, and I have confidence. It was a bad moment. Something shouldn't have happened. But I have a lot of confidence, and they've really stepped it up. They were restricted from giving the... Look, I'd do a rally, and you were at many of them, and I'd have 50,000 people. Joe would have a rally, and he'd have 30 people. And he had more Secret Service than me. My Secret Service was always asking for more manpower / women power. They were asking for more and more and more, and they couldn't get it. I'm not blaming them, really, because they were always fighting for more people, and they wouldn't get... Now, boy, do we have it.
I want to ask you, sir, one final question. What do you want to say to Americans who didn't support you in this campaign?
I'm going to treat you every bit as well as I have treated the greatest MAGA supporters. There's never been anything like MAGA in the history.
But that's the thing, though. I don't mean to cut you off, President, but that's the thing. Trump treats everybody with that respect, and I feel like a lot of people push him to be this bad guy and this R-word guy, and I feel like it's messed up. I feel like once you, because me personally, I'm gonna tell y'all something, you know, especially for the people that really don't know me and my channel. I started, you know, these videos last year, and you know, looking at different things. I always grew up, Trump was the R-word. You know, I gotta watch what I say on here. Y'all know what the R-word is. But I've always, you know, heard that from my family members. My family members are mostly Democrat. You know, my parents, some of my siblings, you know, my grandmother, you know, my grandfather, and that's all I really heard, and still to this day, you know, I hear him say it, and it's not. I don't like talking about it now because I don't really talk. It was, you know, election day was probably one of the worst days. Y'all probably couldn't see it, you know, on my live and stuff like that. But it was one of the worst days because of, you know, the things that happened, especially with, you know, my family and stuff. But and it's, you know, sad to say, you know, but Trump. When I first seen Trump and just seeing how his rally was, you know, and just seeing how he was as a person, and then seeing, you know, the supporters, and I don't know, it gave a totally different look to when somebody tells you something. So when somebody tells you, oh yeah, that person is the R word, this person is bad, this person is this person is that, versus you seeing it for yourself, I mean, come on. So when people look at him and say, oh, he's the R word, and then you ask them, like, how is it? They have nothing to say. I mean, they have nothing to say.
MAGA supporters, there's never been anything like MAGA in the history of this country. These people are so dedicated to making America great again. It's very simple. And I'm going to treat them just the same as I treat MAGA. We're going to treat everybody good. We want success for our country. We want safety for our country. You know, our country's under threat, as you know. We have a tremendous threat militarily because of the power of weapons and weaponry. It's a tremendous threat. Nobody talks about it, but it's a tremendous threat. I want to treat everybody the same. I want to treat them well. And at the end of this 4 years, and I have a big head start because I was there for 4 years fairly recently. A lot of bad things were done during the 4 years that I wasn't there, and mostly in what they've done in terms of our reputation overseas. Our reputation is so bad, so shot. I got to bring it back, and I also have to bring back civilization to our country. Our country is a crime pot, and we have to get rid of crime. We have so many things to do. We have to do the prices. We have to do all of that. But we have to get the criminals out of our country. We have to bring down crime. People have to be able to walk across the street and buy a loaf of bread without being shot. Exactly. And that's going to happen. But what I say to them is, I love you, and we're going to all work together, and we're going to bring it together. And you know what's going to bring it together? Success. I saw that just prior to COVID coming in, I had polls that were the highest anyone. McLaughlin and Fabrizio said, George Washington and Abraham Lincoln, if they came back from the dead and they ran as president and vice president, couldn't beat you, sir. We were doing so well. And I was getting along with the left. Let's call it the left. Would be nice. Okay, we're just going to call it. But I was getting along with people that you would consider liberal or progressive, as they like to say, at levels that I never thought was possible. And you know what it was? Success. Success was bringing the country together, and that's what I want to do.
Thanks for watching.
Exactly.
Stay up.
That just goes to show y'all. It literally goes to show y'all everything about this man. Nothing smart he has to say in a slick way. Nothing mean, nothing cruel, nothing negative. We got to bring this country together, get everything right. And like he said, you should be able to walk across the street and not worry about crime. I mean, honestly, you shouldn't have to worry about that. And for somebody to say that and, you know, to bring the cost of living, you know, the grocery price, everything down. I mean, come on, y'all. I don't understand why people are so against that, man. I don't know. But you already know, make sure y'all hit the like button, that subscribe button. I talked enough, so I definitely apologize. Make sure y'all stay tuned for the next video. Catch y'all on the next one.